So welcome to a short video update from KWS. My name is John Burgess, Maize and Hybrid Rye Product Manager, currently working from home. As part of this video, we thought we'd share with you two internet-based tools for maize growers which you can use in the course of this season. Firstly, a soil temperature tool is still of relevance in the early phase of the crop's life cycle. The second tool is a heat unit calculator, which also gives a projected harvest date or latest harvest date, and we feel this is of use particularly to growers who are concerned with harvesting on time. For any more information, please feel free to contact us. So KWS has built a refined online soil temperature tool. The basis of this tool works on the postcode entry of the farmer. So any farmer is feel free to register for myKWS. You'll gain access to the tool. One is to enter your farm postcode, and two is then to look at the range of soil temperatures that you're actually displayed for that postcode. So the beauty of this graph is to give you a trend line, and that trend line is based on three different elements. Firstly, you've got an orange bar, and that's set at 8 degrees, which is the default temperature for maize establishment. So we do not recommend farmers drill before 8 degrees. That's the absolute minimum. You've then got in the white line a 5-year average, and you can see that that changes day to day, and it will generally start to climb quite steeply as we then get into late April and early May. And in the green or dark blue top line, you can see the current year. So the second thing I'd like to highlight with this is the importance of viewing temperatures as a trend. Soil temperature is critical for when you plant the seed, but it's also critical in the stages after planting. And you can currently see now soil temperatures are actually declining, which is rather unexpected. We would normally expect soil temperatures to be increasing at the moment. We can forecast this will go back up again when we get warmer daytime temperatures. So if you drilled your maize crop 10 or 14 days ago, and you may be looking at that crop and saying, I think the emergence is a little bit slow, referring back to this graph will give you a pretty good handle on why that may be. If, on the other hand, you can see your crop is already at 2 to 3 leaves and is really starting to grow at some pace, you can refer back to this graph and also recognise the trend versus the 5-year average, which may actually be quite a lot higher. The Maize Heat Unit tool has been once again upgraded from its previous iteration a few years ago. The new elements of this tool enables you to predict your latest possible harvest date, and this latest possible harvest date is based on grain maize maturity, not silage maturity, and that's an important consideration because silage maturity is around about 3 to up to 4 weeks earlier, depending on the season. The reason this tool is based around grain maturity is that is the most accurate method for determining the ripeness of the crop. Once again, farmers enter their postcode. They then select their sowing date, their drilling date, and we've given a few examples at the top, for example the 23rd of April or the 23rd of May. You then just click the orange box. You're then presented with firstly a latest harvest date at full grain maturity, and as I say, the silage maturity will be quite a bit earlier than this. Below this, you also see a graph that is displayed, which shows you the accumulated heat units as they build throughout the season. So the white line shows you a historic average, and you'll see the current heat units in the grey or dark purple line. And currently you can see that this dark purple line almost mirrors perfectly the 5-year average. As we go through the season, we will expect some movement in the purple line, the current heat units, either above or below the long-term average. And that's entirely normal, because we see different seasons every year in terms of how many heat units we can get to grow the crop. The final element is the FAO bandings, and you will see that earlier or lower FAO numbers require correspondingly fewer heat units to reach their maturity, versus late FAO numbers which receive or have to receive quite a bit more in order to reach their maturity. For anybody wishing to demonstrate what may be their latest safe harvest date with the confidence that silage harvest is quite a bit earlier, we feel this tool is certainly of clear use for that.